when we visited with a couple players earlier, they said, hey, in terms of getting off to a good start, it's not on the other team, it's on us to come out and get off to a good start. Have you been able to pinpoint, would you agree with what they said there?
Well, I think so. And again, I think, I thought defensively we got out and got a pretty good start. I think again, I'm monitoring all of that. I'm not as, I think again, you start wholesale changing. We've looked at what we're doing and some of those kind of things, but I thought, we came out of the gate and played pretty good on the defensive side. I think sometimes coming out of the gate, who you're playing, where you're playing and all that. So we're monitoring it, we're paying attention to it, but I still, it comes down to us playing well and coming out of the gate, and sometimes it's just something good happening. Defensively, we got something good happening early, and we thought we could stop anybody all day. That's just confidence. And all of a sudden, on the other side, you come out and you think, oh boy, darn it. And so there's a little bit of a deep breath maybe. So I don't try not to overreact to any of it, Chad. I think it's worth paying attention to. But the bottom line, the other side of it is for years you talked about winning in the fourth quarter, We talked about that all the time last year. And didn't win any in the fourth quarter. We're winning some games in the fourth quarter when conditioning and execution and pressure and all of that, and that's a good thing. So you obviously would like to win all the quarters. I'm blind to that, but again, there's some good things happening later in the game that come down to some, again, critical situations and pressure and conditioning and all this stuff. So I'm glad for that.
Sean, they got 11 sacks. Do they pressure the ball?
Yeah, they do. They play a 30 front, so they're coming after you all the time. They 30 front, a lot like Southern Illinois. I don't know if we've played anybody else to this point that runs as much 30 as they run. We see it. Our guys see it in practice because we do it. So our guys, it's not like our guys have not seen it. But yeah, they're playing on the 50 front.
And 50, their line, is it the linebacker Wilkinson?
Yeah.
Is he their
he's outstanding. Corner's good. He's a good player. But I think the linebacking core to me seems to be the group that's always kind of just they're getting something done. They're stopping the run a little bit, and then they're in there blitzing, and they've got a lot of things happening for them. So it helps that group.
From a defensive standpoint with you, I'm sure you're happy with the shutout, but you haven't had Serge DeMarco, Crispin Fernandez, and Lenny Wick start a game yet together this year. You might have that this week. How do you feel about pitching the shutout?
They make me a lot smarter. Those X's and O's. I'm excited about this defense, and I've said it before. We're just kind of young-minded. We're just not. And you guys have been around me coaching defense, and I'm a perfectionist there. I just think you need to stop every pass and every run, and we're not doing that yet. But I am excited about this group. They play fast. If you've watched the games, they are an athletic group that plays fast, and there's some guys up front. Torrance Nicholson had a tremendous game Saturday. Flat, tremendous game. He's coming back around, and Crispin is getting healthier again. Still, light, has gained all his weight back, but showed signs Saturday of that guy that was playing early in the year. Sav's been playing well. He's been a little bit banged up. He's got a sore ankle. He comes and goes in spurts. You see him limping around a little bit. Serge's been playing well. The other DBs, I've been excited about that group. Brandon Ross and Andre and those guys. Our linebackers are very young. Taylor Hill's played 3-4 college games. What a mercy. And Tate, he's a redshirt freshman. He played last year, and we watched him play in this game. We watched the film this morning. Just a young kid. Meadows, young kid. So I'm excited about this group. We just have a lot of work to do yet. We need to continue to we need to grow up. We need to become more mature in situations, and I think we did some good things Saturday. I think they kept fighting and kept the pressure on. 7-0 for a long time. They had to go out and get them stopped. It doesn't change when I've got them stopped. So I think there's some good things with this crew. Hopefully the best is yet to come. If we handle it all properly and remain humble and hungry and do all that.
along those lines, as you get healthy and your schedule gets harder, it's kind of good timing.
Yeah, and we're going to need to. And that's what the kid said yesterday. It wasn't anything I had to say. I mean, they all know what the deal is. They know where we've been and where we're headed, and they know who we play this week, and they know the mindset of the enemy, and they know the mindset they want. They want to go win. They want to play at home, and they want to win. And they've been in today already on their own studying film, and so they're into it. This group's been into it.
Coach, young and old players on the roster, it seems like collectively they all have a grasp of what's at stake in terms of conference play. And visiting with them, you sense a fire and enthusiasm about it all, knowing about the challenges ahead. I mean, how exciting is that for you as a coach to know that you're a group like that?
I'm going to go back and I'm going to put it on those older guys more so than I am the young guys. I think you watching that game, if you were at the game or you saw the highlights of the game, when it got critical, our seniors are making plays. Michael Savage, Crispin Fernandez, Lenny Wicks makes an interception, Donnie Jones makes a key catch, and then Kevin Smith decides he's going to take over the game himself and starts running the football and nobody can tackle him. Again, you watch the highlights of those games and their seniors. Right now, they're just flat playing as hard as they can play. And that, in turn, has got the attention of all the young folks. Not by necessarily all the things they're saying, just by how they're playing the game. And again, it becomes critical. You just go through that game the other day, critical situations, and it's usually a senior. So, I think it's kind of carrying over, trickling down a little bit. During their all the time watching film, and coaches' offices, when they get tip sheets, they're into it. They want to do as well as they can. And, they do all that stuff, and that just gives you a chance. Then you got to go play the game. So we've been fortunate those guys have made some key plays in the games.